Should I flip the camera around? Good morning. If you're here already, we gotta wait 3 minutes so we can get the thing on the website and do the thing with the yoga. Let's see. What is that? Oh, it's the table. Cute. Okay. That's not gonna be tall enough. That might be tall enough. Let's see. Cut off the head a little bit here. Let's try that right there. Hi, Goose. Are you gonna teach class today? Are you gonna teach class? Yeah? Okay. We'll make this work. All right, we'll get started in like 3 minutes. I don't know if anyone's here yet. No. In fact, not. Good morning, Pepper. Just some dog butt for the live stream. Just some dog butt for the live stream. Good morning. We'll get started in like 2 minutes. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh, this bun is something else. Excuse me, sir. I have to fix the hair. I have to. No, you don't have to fix the hair. I have to fix the hair. Are you gonna stay? Stop. I don't want to make out. Let's see, what time are we at? 50 more seconds. Okay, where are we at? We're almost there. In a couple seconds, we'll get this posted on the Black Swan website, and then we'll get started. If you're already here, say hello to Goose. You coming back in? Or are you just gonna hang out right there? Okay, that's cool. You do you. You do you. Just a dog butt for you. All right, let's get this on the website, and then we'll get started. Excuse me, sir. Yes, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. All right, we're ready. Let's get started. I'm thinking today, I can actually get in the frame. That could be fun. We're going to do Happy Sunday. So let's get started this morning. Lying on your backs in Shavasana. We may have a guest teacher. Start to take a couple rounds of breath. Let's start in through the nose, out through the mouth. Settling into your breath, settling into your space. Letting your shoulder blades relax, letting your hips relax, fingers, toes. Back of your head resting against the earth. Let's go a couple more rounds of breath. If you're ready to start heating up your body, maybe you go ahead and seal the lips closed. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose, finding your ujjayi, your breath of fire. It's the breath that warms up your body. It's extra important when we're not in a heated studio, making sure that you're warming up your body. Take a couple more rounds of breath in through the nose, out through the nose in your Shavasana. Let's go 2 more rounds of breath. And then 1 more round of breath. And then as you're ready in the Shavasana, next inhale takes you to a good morning stretch, reaching your whole body long, arms reach back, toes point. Exhale, let's pull your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug, maybe rock a little side to side. Take a few more rounds of breath just like this. Hello, sir. Rocking side to side on your back. Y'all stay right there. Wake up your body. Rocking side to side. Take any hamstring stretches, anything that feels good on your back. You want to extend one leg. You want to extend the other. 3 rounds of breath, whatever you'd like on your back. Two more rounds of breath. 1 more round of breath on your back, whatever feels good. Awesome. And then pull your knees back into your chest. Give yourself another hug. We may just have dogs today, guys. And start to rock and roll up and down the length of your mat. Eventually, we're going to find our way to a high boat pose. This is like an SNL skit. All right, find your way to your high boat pose, sitting on your butt bones. You can wrap your arms around your legs to start. Take a couple rounds of breath. So the reason that we're doing this, we want to stabilize the core before we use it to stabilize the back. So knees are nice and in toward the chest, just hanging out in your seated boat pose. Awesome, and then let's try peace fingers around the big toes. Y'all should see, my mother is doing everything in her power to get this dog off the screen. Let's extend your legs, find a high bound boat pose. He's like,
this is my show.
He is not having it. Take a couple rounds of breath. Feel your belly button suck in toward your spine. So while we've got the hands around the big toes, it's allowing us, it's not a super hard core workout. So pull the belly in a little tighter, lengthen through the legs a little bit more. Awesome, let's go 2 more breaths. Try to squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe flexing through the feet. 1 more breath, just turning that core on. Beautiful, and then let's pull the knees back into the chest. We're gonna find our way down to a low boat. So shoulders and heels down to the mat, or rather, lifting off the mat as you lower. Let's start to flutter kick it out. Point the toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High boat, lift back up. Awesome. Belly pulls back in toward the thighs. On the inhale, we lower. Again, low boat, shoulders and heels off the mat. Scissor kick side to side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High boat, lift up. Awesome. Cross the ankles. Rock and roll all the way to a tabletop pose, all the way to your hands and your knees. Once you're in your tabletop, spread your fingers wide, and then start to move your body any way that feels good. Maybe opening up through the hips, through the wrists, through shoulders, through side body. Anything that feels good here. Take a couple rounds of breath, maybe sinking the hips back more toward a child's pose. Maybe pulling up toward like an upward facing dog. Awesome, couple more rounds of breath. Bring his bed and set it right here from my room. Rock a little bit side to side. We're doing back bends later, so if you want to create an arch in the spine now, start to open that up, you can. Let's go 2 more rounds of breath. Whatever movement feels good. Sinking back, pulling forward. 1 more round of breath. And then from your tabletop, we'll start to add some cat-cows into this. So on your inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow pose. Exhale, push the earth away, round through your spine, hang your head for cat. Inhale, drop the belly, round the spine. Inhale, push the earth away, round through the spine. Let's go 3 more rounds of breath, just like that. Inhales to drop the belly. Exhales to round the spine. Adding in any movement that feels good. We're having a very human morning this morning. Some things are happening. It's okay. Yoga happens. 2 more rounds of breath in cat-cow. 1 more round of breath. And then let's come back to your neutral tabletop. On your next inhale, right arm sweeps up and open to the side. Open up your chest. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach the right arm under your body. Shoulder and temple all the way down to the mat. Left arm wraps around the back if you'd like to continue opening up through the heart. 2 more rounds of breath right here. 1 more round of breath. Exhale, plants the left hand back by the face. Big inhale, sweep the right arm up and open. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, left arm, sweep it up and open. Exhale, thread the needle, same stretch, second side, shoulder and temple down to the mat. Maybe this time the right arm wraps around the back. Opening up through the chest here, so pressing down through the left shoulder to spiral the right open. 2 breaths. And 1 more breath. Exhale, plants the right hand down by the face. Big inhale, left arm up and open again. Exhale, tabletop. All right, from here, let's go ahead. We're gonna crawl your weight forward into a puppy dog pose. So right now, you're in tabletop. You're gonna keep your hips high over the knees. You're gonna walk your arms out in front of you, letting your chest and your chin lower down to the mat. So this is different from knees, chest, chin, because it's more extreme. The hips are over the knees. It might be your chest and chin that are on the floor here. It might be your forehead. It's okay either way. Take a couple rounds of breath. Pressing the chest down into the floor a little bit deeper, allowing the hips to flare open. 2 rounds of breath. 1 more round of breath. On your next inhale, forearms stay planted. We're finding our way to Sphinx pose, just like Cobra, except you're on your forearms. Pull yourself forward. Forearms are planted down to the ground. So if you feel like you're doing a lot of work here, that's not what we want. I don't want you to feel like you're holding yourself up. Bring the elbows forward a little bit, like you're chilling out, like you're hanging out at a slumber party. From here, maybe begin to roll out through the head and the neck. Awesome. That cervical spine is part of your spine, part of the back bend. Take a few more rounds of breath, anything that feels good. If you want to get a little deeper into this heart opener, keep everything just where it is. Plant your hands into the mat. Lift your elbows up off the mat. This is seal pose. So arms are out in front of us instead of in like an upward facing dog or a cobra where they would be back by the ribs. Push into the earth. Squeeze the back muscles, roll the shoulders down the back. Maybe look up and over one shoulder. Maybe look up and over another shoulder. And then come back down to the earth. Awesome, let's push it back to child's pose. Just to take a little reset. And then we'll tuck your toes under. Lift your hips for downward facing dog. First one of the day, I'm assuming. If not, go you, dude. Take a couple rounds of breath here. Spread the fingers wide. And then especially in the mornings, it's nice to see what feels a little tight, a little weird in your body. So where are you feeling tension? Where are you maybe a little stiffer than you normally are if you normally practice in the evenings? Where are you feeling more open? Maybe you got a really good night of sleep last night. You're feeling nice and rested. Like I've got you by the hips, I'm pulling you up and back, hands pressing into the earth, hips pulling up and back, belly sucking in toward the spine, heels dropping down toward the ground, maybe flexing the feet, slightly pulling the toes up off the mat. 1 more breath. On your next inhale, gaze goes forward. Baby steps, tiptoes, begin to walk the feet to the top of your mat. Go slow. Keep a lot of that weight, that pressure in your hands as you walk forward. Awesome. Ragdoll forward fold when you reach the top of your mat, like always. Feet separate, hips with distance, knees soften, upper body hangs over the thighs. And chill out for a couple rounds of breath. If you want to bend one knee, straighten out the other, you can. Try to let the head hang, gaze between the legs. Maybe if you want to open the heart even more, clasping the hands back behind you, pulling that fist up and over you, opening up through the heart. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 1 more round of breath. And then we'll release these hands down to the earth. Heel to your feet together. Big toes come to touch. Keep a sliver of light in between your heels. Halfway lift. Inhale. Hands can come to the shins or stay on the ground. Exhale. Fold again. This time wrap the arms behind the shins. Try to pull yourself in a little more compact. Feel that stretch. Let the calves go. On your inhale, like a zombie. Arms and upper body are heavy. Begin to roll up to a stand. Once you're nice and tall, roll the shoulders back and down. Arms stay lowered. Hands over by the thighs, palms face forward. Take a breath. Take this time to ground down through your feet. If your weight's a little uneven from side to side, we can fix that. Awesome. Not locking out the knees or the elbows for that matter. Give it a micro bend. On your inhale, sweep your arms up high overhead. Hands meet in prayer. Exhale, pulls prayer palms down to heart center. Close your eyes down, press your thumbs against your chest, feel your heart beat against your thumbs. I do this almost every class. I don't want it to lose its value, so don't just walk through this. Take a second, close down your eyes, feel your heartbeat. Feel yourself ground down through your feet. Exploring every toe's interaction with the earth, your heel, the arch of your foot. Press the hips forward slightly, mountain pose. Inhale, sweeps the arms up high. Again, we have a baby back bend here, and I do mean baby. Push the hips forward slightly, cactus the arms. This is it. Your back is already grounded. This is as far as we go in the first round. Maybe the gaze goes up and back. Inhale, reaches the arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, bow forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step the feet back, high plank on your exhale. Not doing as much core today, but we are doing a little bit, so we're just going to hang out here for a couple rounds of breath. Suck your belly button in toward your spine. Try to stack the shoulders over the wrists, letting the heels come forward over the toes, or maybe even a little bit past it. 2 more breaths. Last one. Drop your knees down to the mat. Your butt stays lifted. Your chest and chin come down for knees, chest, chin. So in this one, my butt is forward from the knees. That's how this is different than puppy pose. Awesome. I want you to stay here for 2 breaths. Feeling this opening up through the spine. And then a baby cobra, slither your body down to the mat. Chest lifts, hands are resting back by the ribs. All right, we're gonna do a couple things here. You're pressing the tops of your feet, the shoelace part of your feet, into the mat. That stays that way until I tell you to do something else. First, wiggle your fingers, your hands up off the mat, like you're skydiving. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, roll them away from the ears. Awesome. Exhale, lower down. Bring a cheek down to the mat, take a breath. Interlace your hands behind your back. Fingers are interlaced, the palms are together as well. It's not just the fingers. Keep the shoelace part of your foot pressing into the mat. Inhale, push, pull the fist back. Squeeze the shoulders together. Lift a little higher. I don't want the shoulders crowding up by the ears. I want them to roll down your back. 2 more rounds of breath. See if you can lift a little higher. Keep the feet pressing into the mat. 1 more round of breath. Nice. Exhale, lower. Opposite cheek down to the mat. On this round, we keep this fist. This time we're lifting the fist and the heels up. So shoulders and heels are going to lift. Inhale, lift it up. Pull the fist back with the heels up off the mat. Try to rock forward a little bit onto the soft part of your belly. Squeeze your thighs together. Pull the fist back even more. Hang out for 2. Get a little higher for 1. Exhale, pull it back down. We got 1 more. Bend your knees in. Grab your ankles back behind you, or your feet, or your shins. We're going to go into a floor bow. So what's going to happen is the first thing I'm going to do is kick into my hands. That's going to lift my upper body. So we're kicking instead of actively lifting. Kick into the hands, feel that lift, and then try to lift the legs up a little more. Same thing, coming out of the soft part of the belly. Breathe. I know it feels weird. 1 more breath. Squeeze the knees together. And then lower. Awesome. From here, let's find your way back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips. Take a couple rounds of breath, allowing our bodies to warm up at their own pace. On your next inhale, send your gaze forward. Step or hop, feet to hands on the exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Big inhale, rise up, mountain pose, arms lift. Exhale, prayer palms to heart center. Take a full breath. Inhale, sweeps the arms up high again. Exhale, baby back bend. Hips push forward first. Squeeze your butt. Cactus the arms. We're trying to find length first and then depth. So lengthen the spine backwards, and then maybe you get a little deeper. Awesome. And let's do that for 1 more breath. Inhale for length. Exhale, a little more depth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips, bow. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back. Low push up. Upward facing dog, inhale, pause, and you're up dog. Tops of the feet and hands are the only things on the ground. Your quads are lifted up off the earth. Roll your shoulders back and down. Don't let yourself hang off your shoulder blades. Push the palms into the ground. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's go 1 more time through your sun A. Inhale, gaze forward. Step or hop the feet to the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, exhale, keep the breath. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, prayer palms, heart center. Inhale, sweeps the arms up high again. Exhale, back bend. Plant the feet, push the hips forward, squeeze your butt, cactus your arms, and then pull the chest up and then back. Maybe you see the seam of the wall behind you. Let's go 1 more breath. Lengthen and then deepen. Maybe you see the wall behind you. Cool. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga on the exhale, low push-up. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a couple rounds of breath here. Really feel yourself in your downward dog. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. If you want to twist, maybe you reach a hand for an opposite ankle. On your next inhale, lift the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, steps your right foot in between your hands. Drop the back knee. Release the back toes. Inhale, supported crescent lunge. Arms lift on the inhale. So we're creating a bend through your back. A nice curve through the spine. Push your hips forward and down. This is forcing a bend in your low back, right? We've already got that curve. Push the hips forward and down a little more. You feel it even more. Reach your arms up overhead. Squeeze your thighs together for balance. If your energy is going out this way, you're more likely to fall one way or the other. Squeeze your thighs in toward your center line. Arms are lifting. Exhale, cactus the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Space between the shoulders and the ears. Find a back bend. Trust yourself. Push back a little more. Inhale, arms reach back up to center. Exhale, half split. Plant the hands. Hips go back. Keep the left knee planted. Right leg is nice and long. You're trying to pull your chin forward toward your toes instead of letting the hips collapse. One more breath. Rebend through the right knee. Back knee can stay lowered. Right arm lifts. Left hand is down on the mat. So it's basically an easy twist with the back knee planted. We're finding our way into crooked monkey. Bend the back knee up. Right hand reaches for the left knee. Right knee splays open. Open up your chest. Use the weight of this foot to pull you open even more. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Don't sink down into the left shoulder. Push the earth away. It's a big difference. Drape the head back. One more round of breath. Let the back foot go. Rainbow the right arm around. We're finding our way to high plank. Back knee comes off the mat. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Next inhale, lift the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, steps the left foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee. Release the back toes. Same thing on this side. We're finding that rounding through the spine. Pushing the hips forward and down. Keeping the upper body centered. Arms reach up high. Cactus the arms. Start to find that back bend. Up first. We don't want necessarily a closed circle in a back bend. So this, like grabbing for your foot in king pigeon, that's awesome, but what we want more than anything is to keep the spine long. So inhale for length, and then maybe as a secondary, exhale for a little bit of depth. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, half split. Hands down. Left heel digs into the mat. Right knee digs into the mat. Getting a lower body stretch. Maybe you move a little bit through the hips. Again, I'm pulling my weight forward, chin toward the toes, instead of collapsing my hips down. One more breath here. Rebend through the left knee. Back knee stays planted. Right hand plants down. Left hand lifts up. We find our way to crooked monkey. Grab for the back foot. Open up. Use that back foot to open up the chest. Pressing into the bottom hand, not letting yourself hang off that shoulder blade. Two more breaths. One more breath. Let the back foot go. Rainbow this left arm back around, finding our way to high plank. Back knee lifts. Left foot steps back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Beautiful. Let's add on. On your next inhale, lift your right leg, three-legged dog. While we're here, bend your knee, open your hips. You can take circles, or if you're ready, you can flip your dog over. Go nice and slow. Stay here for 2 breaths. Drape the head back. Thinking about how you would get to a full wheel. So it doesn't have to happen yet, but think about what would happen in your body to get you there. Flip it back over, three-legged dog, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, cross it under the body. Fallen star. Right shin extends, left arm lifts. Same thing again here, not going for that full wheel, but trying to open up through the back a little bit more. Exhale, plants the left hand down. Inhale, sweeps the right leg up. Exhale, step it in between the hands. This time, high crescent lunge. Inhale to rise. So find a couple rounds of breath right here. Bend the right knee deeply. Hips are square. Left hip is pushing forward, right hip is pulling back. Back heel is stacked over the back toes like you're launching forward. Arms reach up. Exhale, back bends, a little less stable. Squeeze the thighs together, cactus the arms. Open up the chest. Stay for an extra breath. Bend the right knee deeper again. Inhale, high crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Spiral the back heel down, open the arms up. Deep bend in the right knee. Long and strong through the arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm goes up and back. Exhale, side angle, reach forward, tick-tock the arms to 12 and 6. Let's take a half bind only on this first side. Bring the left arm behind the back. Keep the chest open. Gaze should be up to the sky. Opening up through the chest. One more breath. Lift the left arm back up. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten out the right leg. Pull the arms up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. We're finding our way to a low lunge. We're going to move this into a lizard. Right hand inside the right foot. Awesome. Rock this a little bit back and forth. Take a couple rounds of breath. Feeling this stretch also in the front of the left hip. Maybe bringing the left knee down, pushing the hips forward. Whatever floats your boat. We're here for 3 more breaths. One more breath. Maybe you bring this down to your forearms, or maybe you stay up on the palms. Let's just do one additional breath here on this side. And then crooked monkey, maybe from the forearm, maybe from the palm. Right arm reaches up, right knee splays open. Grab for the back foot. This time, instead of letting the chest open completely, we're using that top hand to pull the right heel into the butt, getting a quad stretch. Might feel kind of tight. It's the morning. Maybe you pull it in and out. One more breath. Yes. Let the back foot go. Rainbow the right arm around. We're coming back up onto the palms. Step the right foot back in line with the left. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Do it all on the left. Inhale, lift the left leg. Bend the knee, circles or flip your dog. If you're ready, we're staying for an extra breath. Go nice and slow. Left knee stays bent in a flip dog. Right leg is nice and long. On this side, open up your chest. How would you get to a full wheel? How would you get that left hand down to the ground? Flip it back over, 3-legged left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, cross it under the body. Fallen star, kick the shin out. Lift the right hand, open the chest again. Exhale, brings the right hand down. Inhale, lifts the left leg up. Exhale, step it in between the hands. High crescent lunge, inhale to rise. Bend deeply through that left knee. Square off the hips, push the right hip forward, the left hip back. Take a few rounds of breath. Arms reach up high. Exhale, cactus the arms to the back, then squeeze your thighs together for balance. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, warrior two. Back heel comes down, deep bend through the left knee. Extend the arms. If the left knee is collapsing in, pull it open. One more breath. Inhale, reverse, left arm up and back. Exhale, side angle with a half bind, reach forward. Tick-tock the arms to 12 and 6 on a clock. Maybe the right arm reaches behind the back. You're reaching for that left hip crease here. Pulling the right shoulder up and open, gazes up to the sky. One more breath. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten out the left leg. Pull the left arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat, and then we'll adjust. So we're finding our way to a low lunge, and then we'll make it a lizard by bringing the left hand inside the left foot. Awesome, square off your hips. Maybe beginning to rock this forward and back. One more round of breath. Maybe you drop the back knee down, pushing the hips forward even more. Maybe you bring forearms down to the earth. Let's find our way into crooked monkey, either with the forearms or the palm on the ground. Bend up the back knee. Reach the left hand around for the foot. Same thing on this side. We're trying to pull the heel in closer to the butt to get a quad stretch. 2 more rounds of breath. Maybe you move it forward and back. 1 more round of breath. Let the back foot go. Bring the left arm back around. Finding our way into a high plank. Lift the back knee. Left foot steps back in line with the right. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's go 3 rounds of breath in your down dog. 1 more round of breath. Awesome, and then let's come down. We're gonna find your way into a dolphin pose. So bring your forearms down to the ground. Please come here. Come here. Good boy. So forearms come down to the ground. You guys got it. Go lay down. Good boy. Go lay down. Forearms down to the ground. Lift the hips up, just like down dog, except you're on forearms instead of palms. We're using this to open up the chest, so I want you to walk your feet in a little bit. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together as you push back. Push the torso toward the thighs. Sink your heels down to the mat and get a nice deep shoulder stretch. This is either your favorite pose or your least favorite. There is no in between. 2 more rounds of breath in your dolphin. 1 more round of breath. And then let's pop this back up to a downward facing dog. Beautiful. On your next inhale, lift the right leg, 3-legged. Bend the knee, flip your dog, open it up. Maybe on this round, you're finding your way to a full wheel. Right hand plants on the ground, spiraling the left hand back around. Otherwise, stay in your flip dog. If you made it to wheel and you're trying to get back, you have to spiral the left hand back around first. So right now it's facing toward the toes. You have to spiral it back to face the front of the room, and then flip it back over. Lift the right leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Fallen star, kick it out. Open up the left hand. Today we're here for the back bend, so you don't really need to worry about lifting the leg or anything. Just make sure the chest is opening. Exhale, brings the right hand back down. Inhale, lifts the right leg up. Exhale, steps it through. High crescent lunge, inhale to rise. Tuck your tailbone under your body. Back heel lifts over the back toes. Bend deeper through the right knee. Cactus the arms for back bend. This time we stay for 2 breaths. There's 1. Try and get a little deeper on 2. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, warrior 2, spiral open. Take a breath. What we're going to do here is we're going to bring the palms back behind you. Prayer palms behind the back, just to open up the chest a little bit more to challenge your balance. If you can't do that, no worries. You can grab for opposite elbows. So we got prayer palms behind the back. All we're going to do is a reverse warrior like this. So I want you to feel it without the arm. Reverse warrior, pull up and back. Squeeze the elbows back behind you. Exhale, side angle. Keep the prayer palms for now. Look up to the sky. Keep your chest open. Press the palms together. Awesome. And then release the palms into your extended side angle. From here, maybe find a bind. Left hand behind the back. Right hand under the thigh. Bottom hand always grabs the top hand so it can pull the shoulder open. Find your way into your bind first. Make it a good one. Then maybe a bird of paradise. Left foot steps up forward. Get all of your weight into your left foot. Keep the left knee bent and then straighten it as you stand so your core isn't doing all the work. Maybe you make it to here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a lot. That'll open up the hip. Maybe you extend the right leg up. Bring it back down to earth if you got it. 1 more breath if you're not there yet. Awesome. Back to your extended side angle. We're adding on a half moon. Right hand plants in front of the right foot. Left hand opens up to the sky. And we're going to make it a back bend by finding a sugar cane bind. Top hand grabs the top foot, kicking into it. 1 more breath. Let the back foot go. Find your way into reverse triangle. Plant the back foot. Lift the right arm up and back. Awesome. Finding our way into lizard. Cartwheel the hands down into a normal low lunge. Make it a lizard. Right hand inside the right foot. I'm going to drop my back knee down because I like this deeper stretch on the psoas. You're more than welcome to keep it lifted. It's really whatever works for you. Maybe coming down onto your forearms again. You're going to stay for a little longer this time. Settle in. Find your breath. Let's go 3 more rounds of breath in your lizard. You can do it. One more round of breath. Let's make this into a crooked monkey. Bend the back knee up, either from the forearm or from the palm. Right hand reaches back for the foot. Whatever feels good on this one, it's yogi's choice. Couple rounds of breath to open the body. Don't let yourself collapse into that bottom shoulder, pressing into the earth with the palm or the elbow. 1 more breath. Let the back foot go. Rainbow the arms back around. A little bit different this time. We're finding our way back to lizard. And then we're finding our way back to that low lunge, hands framing the right foot. Inhale, high crescent lunge, lift up. Exhale, pivot to your star pose. Toes point out, heels point in. Awesome. No goddess today. So actually, we're gonna flip that. Toes in, heels out as we fold forward. Hinge at your hips. Bow forward into your wide-legged forward fold. If you wanna open up the heart here again, clasp the hands together behind your back, pull that fist up and over you. Really anything else that feels good here is fair game. Take a couple rounds of breath. Just let this feel good on every part of your body. Squeezing the palms together. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Release that bind if you got it, hands to your hips. Inhale, star pose, rise. Normally I would make you do the left side at the back of the mat, but if you're watching that might get confusing, so let's just go warrior 2, bend the right knee, cartwheel the hands down, step the right foot back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale, 3 breaths in your down dog, squeeze the shoulder blades together, opening up through the heart again. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more round of breath. And all we're gonna do is 1 more side. We'll start to stretch out for your back bend. So downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Inhale, lift the left leg. Bend the knee, flip your dog. Again, on this side, what could you do to get to a full wheel? Maybe you get there, left hand down, rotating the right hand into your wheel. Take a couple breaths once you're there to arrive. And then to flip back over, you gotta flip the right hand first, and then the rest of the body can come back over, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, cross it under the body. Fallen star, kick it out, open up your chest. Exhale, plants the right hand down. Inhale, lifts the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot forward. High crescent lunge, inhale to rise, tailbone tucks under. Back bend, cactus your arms, open your throat. An extra breath here. 1 more inhale, exhale a little bit deeper. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, warrior 2, spiral open, deep bend in the right knee, rather the left. Rights and lefts, guys, they're hard. Bend the left knee, arms extend long. Finding that reverse prayer behind your back again, or grabbing for opposite elbows. Keep the knee deeply bent. We're reversing without arms, you gotta feel it in your upper body. Reverse the warrior. And then side angle, keep the palms back behind you at first. Don't collapse yourself down. Stay lifted, stay open to the sky. And then we'll find the arms into an extended side angle, maybe a bind. Right hand behind the back, left arm under the thigh. Make the bind good first. And then maybe working toward your bird of paradise, right foot steps up. Load all the weight, keep the knee bent. Start to rise. Awesome. Squeeze the shoulders together. Breathe, maybe extending the left leg. Bring it back down. Beautiful, back to your side angle. Adding on that half moon, left hand plants in front of the left foot. Right side of your body comes up off the mat. Adding that sugarcane bind, bend the top knee, catch it with the top hand. 1 more breath. Let the foot go, landing in reverse triangle, 2 straight legs. Left arm up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, low lunge, and then lizard by moving both hands inside the left foot. Same thing as before, I'm gonna drop my knee down, it's up to you. And maybe coming down onto the forearms for our longer hold. Let's go 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more round of breath. And then a crooked monkey, either from the forearm or up from the palm. Yogi's choice, what you want to work on with this one. Longest hold yet, 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Let the back foot go, spin the arm around. Finding our way back to lizard, back to that lunge, Hands frame the foot, and let's find your way up to a star pose. So in star pose, your toes face out and your heels face in. But once we're there, we're gonna pivot because we're doing our wide leg fold. So toes in, heels out, hands at the hips, fold forward. Again, anything goes here. If you wanna open up the heart and release the hands, pull that fist up and over. You do you, boo. Maybe you just wanna stretch out here for a couple breaths. That's cool. Let's go 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. Hands to your hips, inhale, star pose, rise up. Exhale, warrior 2, bend the left knee. Cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Left foot steps back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Awesome, drop down to child's pose. Let your hips sink back over your heels, open your knees up wide. Allow your chest to melt down toward the ground. Awesome. Just taking a few rounds of breath. Reconnecting, bring your forehead down to the earth. Maybe rock it a little side to side. Let's spend 3 rounds of breath here. Alrighty, in your child's pose, we're gonna make it a little more active by tenting your hands up. So right now your hands are probably flat on the mat. We're gonna leave your fingertips on the mat. We're gonna pull your palms up to make little tents or little cupcake tops. Just to open up a bit more through the shoulders. Awesome, then we're gonna pull up to tabletop. We're gonna hit puppy pose again. I wanna see if it feels any different now that you've done a lot to open up through the heart. So hips stay up right over the knees. Chest comes down to the earth. Chin comes down to the earth. See if this feels any more open or any less strained than when you started your practice. Don't move your head once you're down on the ground. Protect your neck. 5 rounds of breath in your puppy pose. One more breath. On your next inhale, Sphinx pose again, just like we began. Clasp with forearms pressed down to the earth. Chest pulls through the shoulders. Same thing again. Press your forearms down into the mat. See if there's any more space in your back and your spine. Seeing if you feel any longer, any taller. If you want to get a little deeper, press the palms into the earth, seal pose, lift the elbows. I always squeeze my butt a little bit to protect my lower spine and back bends. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. All right, and from here, let's go ahead and find your way onto your knees. So you're gonna be standing on your knees, on your shins. We're gonna take, I was gonna say rabbit pose. This is the opposite of rabbit, this is camel. So you're standing on your knees, we're gonna take a camel pose. I want your hands to rest on your hips. So the heel of your hand is resting on your hip bone along your back. All 10 fingers point down to the earth. Awesome, so your hand's following the natural contour of your bum. Squeeze your butt a little bit, push your hips forward. Awesome, and then drape your head back. So you're in camel here. If you wanna get deeper, maybe you play around with bringing your hands down to your heels. When that happens, you're gonna feel yourself lean back a lot, right? So push the hips back forward, drape the head back. 3 rounds of breath. Last 2. Last 1. Hands come back to the hips first, 1 at a time, and then we lift. Beautiful. Bring your hips down. We're gonna go ahead and knock out our back bends to end our practice, and then we're gonna do the fun stretchy stuff at the end. So come down onto your butt, extend your legs out in front of you. and then lie your way back down onto your spine. We're going to take a bridge pose, and then we're going to take 2 wheel poses. So in your bridge, bend up your knees. Your heels are really close to your glutes. Fingers reach back like they're going to tickle your heels. Awesome. Press your heels down into the earth. Keep the heels grounded the whole time. Lift your hips up off the mat. Bridge pose. If you want to get deeper here, you can interlace the hands under the back again and rock onto one shoulder and then the other by squeezing the shoulder blades together. It's going to give you a lot more depth in your bridge. Let's hang out for 3 breaths here. One more breath. Awesome. Drop your hips back down to the earth, removing the arms from under your body if they're there. Give your knees a little windshield wiper side to side to release your back. Awesome. And then you don't have to take any wheel pose. If you want, you can, but you don't have to. If you choose not to, you'll take another bridge. If you're going for wheel, lower body setup is the same. Hands are pressing up toward the face. So my thumbs are the closest thing to my ears, and my fingers are going to tickle my shoulders. Other than that, setup is the same. When you're ready, don't think, just go. Lift the body up. See if you can make it into a wheel. Awesome. If you're in wheel, I want you to walk your feet in 3 inches, so closer to your hands, 3 inches. I want you to press your chest through your shoulders, and then I want you to release your head and your neck. A lot of the times we lead that motion with our head, so shake it yes, shake it no. Keep your heels planted if you can. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Bring that upper spine into your back bend. One more breath. Slowly, gently, carefully lower everything back down to the mat. Tuck your neck. Same thing again. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Release the spine. We're going to go one more back bend. Bridge or wheel. It's up to you. Whatever you're setting up for. When you're ready, lift up into it. You got 5 breaths in your last back bend of choice. Awesome. Find your breath. Close down your eyes. Two more rounds of breath. Stay in it. One more round of breath. Awesome. Slowly, gently, carefully lower down. Tuck the neck. Come on down. All right. Let's meet seated. We're going to do a little bit of spinal rounding. We're going to do some twists, and then we're going to do some more intense spinal rounding. So we're going to do my favorite version of pigeon ever, which is firelock pose. You're seated. You're going to stack your right shin on top of your left shin. If that's not working for you, just go crisscross applesauce, right shin in front of the left. Rock a little bit. Make sure you're sitting on a nice firm seat. Look down. Make sure you can see a triangle of mat in between your legs. If all you can see is one of your legs, try to scoot that one forward. On your inhale, lengthen up through your spine. And then exhale, go ahead and fold forward. So because we're making this spinal rounding, I don't care if you've got, your nice long perfect spine. I actually want you to round a little bit into this because we've done so many back bends today. So find your breath. A little bit of a longer hold for this one, counteracting all of the bending that we've done thus far. This stretch is nice as well because it gets into your glutes, which are active in your back bends. Let's go 2 more rounds of breath. Then on your next inhale, you can press yourself back up. All we're going to do is get into that same stretch on the second side. Left shin stacks on top of the right. Same option. You can go crisscross applesauce if that's not working for you. Rock a little side to side. Then when you're ready, folding forward again. Same thing. It's okay if your spine rounds here because we're counteracting all of that spinal bending that we did. 2 more rounds of breath. One more round of breath. On your inhale, press the palms into the body, lift up. From here, we're going to pull your knees into your chest. We're going to lower down onto your back. Rolling down one vertebrae at a time. We're going to take a supine twist. Any version of this that feels good. So if you like to just stack your knees, if you like an eagle wrap, if you like long legs, whatever feels good to you. We're just going to drop your knees down to one side and make sure the gaze goes over the opposite shoulder. We're letting this undo the work that your spine did. Unravel it so you can go about your day, not in a perpetual back bend. Two more breaths on this side. One more breath. On your next inhale, knees pull back into the chest. Exhale, drops them down to the other side. Same stretch, second side. Knees dropping to one side, gaze going over the opposite shoulder. Two more rounds of breath right here. One more round of breath. On your next inhale, rolling back onto your back. Let's take legs up the wall. It's just as it sounds. Pretend you got a wall. Maybe you do have a wall. Go get you a wall, sis. Put your legs up that wall. And then if you want deeper spinal rounding, if you'd like shoulder stand or plow, please feel free to take them if they're in your practice. Make sure to support your low back with your hands. Awesome. Spending a lot of time in spinal rounding today because we spent so many time in back bend. So you've got a couple minutes here. Anything that feels good. Sometimes I like to just pull my knees into my chest, get my spine round that way. If you like plow pose, if you like shoulder stand, take them. Take a long time in them. If you felt like your twists weren't deep enough, maybe finding your way back into your twists. You've got a couple moments here just to do what feels good. If you're in legs up the wall like I am, sometimes it feels good to draw little figure eights with the feet, working your hips into the mat, getting a little back massage. Awesome. You have like 10 rounds of breath wherever you are. Take your time. Last 5 rounds of breath, whatever spinal rounding you're doing. Last 2. Last 1. If you're in shoulder stand or plow, gently rolling back over. We're meeting in a happy baby pose. Grab the outside blade edges of your feet. What I don't want is I don't want your heels crowding the hips, right? We want your knees at a right angle. Want the soles of your feet shining up to the sky. You're going to feel that much deeper in your hips. Allowing your spine to round. Rock a little side to side, move back and forth. Maybe you'll play around with straddle by straightening one or both of your legs. Spending a little longer here today as well. Five more rounds of breath in your happy baby pose, doing whatever feels good. Whatever feels right in your body. Last two. Last one. All right, when you're ready, pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself one big hug on an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to release down into Shavasana. Let your arms and legs extend long. Your shoulder blades, if they're still squeezing together, find some space in between them. Let that space come down to rest on the ground. If your back is still arched, trying to get your whole spine onto the ground. If that's difficult right now, what you can do, laying on your back, is you can bring your knees about mat, your feet about mat width distance, and let your knees knock in toward each other. It's going to cause your back to round. You can stay that way in your Shavasana. Let your fingers and toes relax. If you've taken my live stream classes, you know I like to leave you in Shavasana. I hope that you stay for at least a few more minutes. Our studio reopens on June 1st. I would love to see you there. But you can always practice with us here. Please know that the light, the love, the student in me sees and reflects the light, the love, and the teacher in you. As always, I am proud of you and I love you. Please stay in Shavasana for at least a few more moments, but if you have the time, give it a little longer. Namaste.